right?
Yes, I can.
All right. See if I can get out in front of these planes here.
Double Eagle Ground, that you won't get out of the field. Have a good morning.
Thank you.
There's a balloon.
Yep. Good morning, Double Eagle Ground. Train 364 is at the Bodie ramp, ready to taxi to 22 for northeast departure.
Trike 364, Double Eagle Tower, Roger. 10, runway 22, taxi via taxiway, Alpha 1.
Roger, Train 364, taxiing to Alpha via Alpha 1, taxiing to 22 via Alpha 1. Okay, we're all good here. Gloves on,
Gloves on.
helmet
Yep.
secure,
Yes.
seatbelt on.
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Alrighty.
Morning, Double Eagle Tower, Train 364 is at Alpha 1, ready to depart 22 for northeast departure.
Trike 364, Double Eagle Tower, 12304, right downward departure approved, runway 22, clear for takeoff.
Roger, 364, departing 22, right downwind. Approved. Okay.
Here we go.
It's nice to have somebody light in the back seat.
Pardon? I got it.
Turn the volume, see if you can turn your volume
Cardinal
up.
529er, and there is a TFR to taxiway, Alpha. Radius.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Hey, Cardinal 946, you're going to pick that up in the air, the departure frequency 123.9.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Cardinal 946, affirmative.
Are you cold?
No, I'm fine, Jim. Thank
Okay.
you. Gorgeous day.
Yeah, it looked like there's some balloons already coming up out there.
I saw one up right before you were taking off.
Now, you see the girls? They're right down there by that sign.
See the signs. Okay, yep. I do. Boy, are they small.
I know.
Woo.
There they are. They're waving.
So what are we, about 1,000 feet?
Right now?
Yeah.
No.
No.
We're probably 300 feet.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Now, what happens out here, Sandy, right?
Yes, Sandy, Jim.
What happens out here for the balloon fiesta, and I don't know why they do that, but they do it. There are balloons. Most of the balloons take off from the...
Trike 364, verify you're familiar with the TFR out to the east-northeast.
Roger, Trike 364 is familiar with the TFR, 4-mile radius and 8,000 out, but they're 8,000 above.
Trike 364, roger, frequency changes approved, adios.
Roger, I'm going to stay on frequency just so I can hear a little bit, but I'll be back in a little bit. Thanks.
So what happens is that the balloons take off from the balloon fiesta and go, but there's a lot of them that don't go out there for some reason. You know, they launch from different areas and do, you know, and I don't understand why they do that at all, but they do. It doesn't cost anything for them to launch out there.
Right.
To, you know, be part of the balloon fiesta, but they do. So, I don't know.
Tower 946, we're ready to go 22, be straight out departure.
Cardinal 946, W Tower, straight out departures approved. Wind is 2404, runway 22, cleared for takeoff.
946, we're rolling.
It's a little hard to see right now, Sandy, but see where those balloons are above? Out
Right.
there, above the shadow?
Okay.
Just past that is a big green spot. Now what I'm going to do is I can only fly sort of, I've got to stay 4 miles away from the Balloon Fiesta Park, but I'm going to go out here a little bit and then we'll skirt around and get a view over that way.
Sounds good.
But you'll see a big open green spot, and hopefully the balloons are inflating.
How fast are we going, Jim?
Right now,
Yeah.
over the ground, we're doing 63 mile an hour.
Okay.
But in the air, we're doing 42 mile an hour. You want to know the difference?
Okay.
While we're in the air, we're flying within a pocket of air. And the plane flies by airspeed. So if we've got a tailwind pushing us,
Con W2 ground is on landline. Say again, please.
if we have a tailwind pushing us, then we're going across the ground faster, but we're still doing the same speed in the air.
6067 Bravo W ground, roger. Runway 22, tags for Alpha 1. Information Yankee just came, current wind is 2604, altitude is 3012.
Does that make any sense?
I'm not sure. Quite honestly.
What happens is that while we're in the
946 frequency change approved, is flight
while we're in the air,
946, thanks for the spot.
the wind is blowing us.
Right.
And when it's blowing us, we're faster. When it's from
Okay.
our back, it's pushing us across the air, pushing us across the ground faster.
Okay.
but the plane is still flying at, it still feels like it's flying at 42 mile an hour or whatever the airspeed is.
Okay.
All right, now what I'm going to do is I've got to start turning here. I don't know if you can see over here. Can you see this computer? You see that red mark?
Yes.
That red mark is the restricted area.
Okay.
The red airplane is me.
Cool.
So I've got to stay 4 miles away from that. But as we get closer over here, you'll be able to see there's balloons all on the ground out there. See where those balloons are in the air?
Yes, I do.
There's a bunch of balloons. Cover your head or block that sun and you'll see a bunch of balloons on the ground inflating or at least inflated, and they're on the ground right up to the right of where all those balloons are up in the air. Excuse me. Can you see them?
I do, Jim, thanks.
Now I'm afraid that because of the wind that's behind us right now, it's pushing at about 12 mile an hour, 10 to 12 mile an hour from behind, pushing us. So those balloons are going to go that way. You know, that's where the wind's going to take them. But that's the mighty Rio Grande right there. Right now we're about 1,000 feet up.
Are there many of these trikes around? I've never even seen them before.
Here at this airport, there's about 7 of us.
Wow.
But they're not real popular, but they're getting popular. I have 4 new students that are taking lessons. They did a flight like this and said, you know what, I think I'd like to do that. Can you see the balloons on the ground?
Yes, I can. What's the climate like here year-round?
In the summer, it's awesome. It's truly awesome because we're at 5,000 feet, and in the day, during the day, it gets up to about, I don't know, the hottest it usually gets about 85, 90, but it's dry.